You have returned. The root.
Here is the seal of the Denegad Katasa.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face. Enter.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am Disarday, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin, as well as many other people, we think that only Enon Mir...
Really? And Katasach?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions. But even if I should do this, for the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very... We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. But
what must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will...
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the... I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. I protected these doors like my father before me.
Am I to gather that there has never been a high...
We are heads of the Council of Kings, and so it is...
I see. And so you can...
The heart of the island beats near here.
I must leave.
Qua awelam se.
You have spoken to Glendan as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul. Well, it is a trump.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you.
Good luck. And do not...
These beasts are feeding on this carcass. If we manage to pour some sleeping potion on it...
Greenblood, my friend. Glad to see you.
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's office?
Of course. The one that said the recruits are...
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done.
Another time, all right?
Anything else?
I must leave you. I do not have a sleeping potion on me.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I do not have a sleeping potion on me.
Раз, два, три, четыре. Раз, два. Следующее очко. Уровень 21.
Greenblood, my friend. The letter we found. I'm gonna find him and make...
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Rainer and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on.
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the...
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The guard's reputation has suffered enough, and he has connections in high places.
What are you getting at? Are you going... If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid...
If Petrus were here, he would probably tell us to do the exact opposite.
That old fox is as sly as ever. But I don't...
There's a group in San Mateus that could make someone disappear in broad daylight, without any...
Those mad inquisitors.
Exactly. It might not be easy to convince our good friend Aloysius, but...
You're right. And if we bring Petrus, he will surely help us sway the Inquisitor. I must say, this is a We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent that...
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who...
All right, then. Agreed. Hello, Commander.
Lord de Sardet. And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
We are here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinder.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal. I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people...
I know. He'd probably get away with it. No. We thought of another.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think...
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. But promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance.
You have my word. We just need your help.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the... I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help...
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminous keeps its prisoners in...
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, I'll write you a letter for the... Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinder.
You're welcome. And don't...
Don't hesitate to have a... Goodbye. May the enlightened always keep you in his mind.
What do you want now?
We have come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really?
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed a terrible crime.
Has he professed heresy? Venerate...
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor.
These truly are crime. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to...
Unfortunately, this man has friends in high places.
Politics. I approve of your quest. I can't have your man publicly arrested, but if you arrange for him to come to... The felon will receive the punishment he deserves.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon...
Anything else?
Nothing. It's all...
Remember that the...
Ready to excite the crowd? Perfect. That's incredible. Who would ever have believed that our excellence would have risen?
Protect me in this battle. To my help. And death to the others. For my child, you need healing. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the enlightened protect me in this battle. To my help. And death to the others. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Come on. May the shadow engulf our enemies. I am wounded. May the enlightened come to my help.
You will regret ever going against the guard. You will regret ever going against the guard.
Come on.
champion of the arena. I must say, this is the first time I've ever seen such a young team leader win the title. Allow me to give you this. The prize awarded to champions.
Thank you. I need to get going.
Huh.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed.
Yes? What
Sir, Commander Zieglander wrote this letter to...
I wasn't expecting that. The commander is asking me to do all...
We're looking for the Major. We know that he was...
Yes, and officially he's following the coup. He was probably the only people he may have told about his hiding place.
I see.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure you...
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why is that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, and they will surely take it out on the Inquisition.
You're not wrong, Corporal.
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood. Exactly. Come see me when you have enough. Anything else?
So you need sleeping potions. Is that...
Exactly. Anything else?
We should go.
И тут зелье нужно.
What an astounding place.
Tis the village of Eden the Cardinal Mother told you about. The place where natives and priests live together. I must admit that I'm curious to see it.
All that's left to do is to find Father Eustachius.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith.
Thank you.
And I am Father Eustachius.
The Mother Cardinal has...
That's excellent news. If you want to learn more about these tablets, she supervises the theologians who You should find her a bit further in...
Who are the suspects of...
The heretical brutes of the village of Ved. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by...
How could they have learned of the tablets?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. And they are so naive. Either way.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their...
I wonder what really happened when the missionaries came to settle here.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the... Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But how...
I talked to Father Eustachius. He told me that you were supervising...
Indeed. It is under my supervision.
Whom do you suspect of being the...
Alas. I'm afraid there are many. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to. But I couldn't find...
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course. We took turns guarding the shack. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil.
Well, thank you for these pieces of...
I am the one who should be thanking you.
The Mother... Are you...
And...
Were there any...
Yeah, the Inquisition managed to make but we stood out.
What was the reaction of the natives when you were...
Most of them were not in... They were... And there were even more I suppose they thought we would destroy...
Thank you. Thank you. I will let you... Greetings. Desarde. I am handling the investigation into the...
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guard...
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets.
I have no idea. The door...
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really.
Well, Sister Eugenia...
Of course. But our motivation, all that matters to us, is their value as...
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before...
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research. Some inhabitants of the village...
Well, thank you. I will...
As you wish. But you won't find anything. There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all...
What do you mean?
To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more...
I was not expecting a theologian. Have you been in Eden for a long...
2 months, approximately. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my... We arrived straight from Teleme. But once we were here, I understood that We must bring the light.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia. Our mission is to banish pagan cults. And the island belongs to Saint Matteus. and therefore to Teleme.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionary.
The Order goes everywhere the lightning...
You have a very unique way of seeing things. How are your relations with...
When I arrived, we were still trying to... They were very reluctant to give us... Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village the warriors. And the marked. The ones that... And it has proved nothing but a... I would like to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. Father, tell me about how you created...
We did. The islanders called it we saw it, and everything here. So,
why share... How well do you get along with the neighbors?
Very
left?
Oh, to other villages. Some of their
And how well have neighboring villages?
With some reluctance, to be. There are still frequent conflicts with the village, but the other villages, the more peaceful ones.
There is something strange.
It often takes time for the people of the... But I am sure you will come to
I must leave you.
May the enlightened...
Hello. I am Lair.
Hello. Desade.
There are on all men. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden. Tell me about the arrival of the people of Teleme.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were asking questions. One morning, they were building houses next to our...
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did...
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were so... We let them talk. And now that they think that we love... Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is...
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they... Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought...
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave?
They did not accept the presence of the priests, and they even asked Deirdre, the chief of... So, the priests I asked for peace, and the others left us.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn, though...
Your opportunity for...
For the Renaigse to understand, but men, perhaps wiser...
I have to go.
Like...
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
I find it regrettable that my colleagues aren't more honest when it comes to history. Nothing solid has ever been built on lies.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. There is only one entrance in the...
Can't believe it. This brother Virgil was unforgivably neglectful. Idiot must have fallen asleep, and then our thieves only had to take the keys from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened. But it can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the...
It has to be someone in the village. If we find them...
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who... They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go... He will certainly know who is close to the exiles. And...
You have returned on all manner.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because they must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors... I do not want to break the peace that... I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwa.
If she's helping the priests, why would she be...
Her son is one of the warriors who had to... If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her.
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not... I have to go. Greetings. Are you...
Bertia Tumad.
What can you tell me about Lair, your former...
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike, but I think the mind shaker, he almost speaks like them.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal...
No, this is not...
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who...
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets.
The only means of alleviating the situation with Teleme is to give the priests... So, if you don't want your son to suffer their...
Bran and the rest of the exiles, if you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps. And please...
Да что ж вы делаете? Умничка.
Надо с тобой общаться.
М?
Надо с тобой общаться.
Не понял. Чего-чего?
Надо я с тобой.
Да?
Я болею.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In that case, we should avoid taking the left path. If I remember correctly what that woman said, it's booby-trapped.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is to return to Eden. There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is to return to Eden. What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I want...
I think so. I managed...
I am glad to hear that you managed. He needs to stop seeking revenge.
That would indeed be wiser. Then... I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to...
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only...
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be...
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the price.
In any case, you would do well to keep... You should also pay more attention to those... This theft would never have happened had you truly been in harm.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We'll make sure to improve things in the future. I would be most grateful if you agreed to...
I might come back at some point, but alas, I'm very busy.
Naturally. Either way.
Actually, I must go back to my work.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency. The enlightened...
What's going on? Where are the others?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went north, but they must have encountered problems. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted.
I'm not a doctor, but I may be...
Oh, please do. Any help and the healer we sent for will certainly arrive too late.
This man is burning up with fever and he bears several bite marks and traces.
The blows did not put him in this state. He looks... With the right antidote, I think we could get him back on his feet.
Have you tried giving him any anti-poison?
Of course, but to no avail. And
no matter what happens, you always suspect them. This man was in the swamp. We know it's home to many creatures that we have a poor knowledge of. But local healers will certainly know which. We could ask Lair. He will direct us.
On Olmanawi, I heard that you managed...
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and I feel more... And you proved me right.
I need your advice. You may already know that one of the research...
I heard about...
He has all the symptoms of a poisoning. He must have been bitten by a creature of the swamp.
So, you came to see me. Inter, alas, our Donegat is one of the...
Thank you. I will go see her. I hope she agrees to help us. I have to go.
Like.
Here you are again.
I have come to ask for your help.
I do know a few of them.
One of the researchers came back wounded from the...
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a...
Do you know which antidote?
Yes. These priests are idiots. You are different. So, I will give you the proof. Make him drink this remedy and he'll get better.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Where am I?
You are in Eden. You're safe.
The swamp is so hostile.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish creature. A colleague and I had left to fetch some help. I managed to run away, but I don't know what...
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map.
There. Please, hurry.
Thank you. You should rest now.
Что говоришь?
Что ты дашь?
Дядька бегает.
Зачем?
М?
Зачем?
Рыцарь, ага. Ты чё?
Знал, ты туда влезет. Аутобулка же завозил. А вот за километр. Что тебя нет заказ?
I do not remember there being a path in this place the last time.
You're perfectly right, my child. This passage must have been cleared by the expedition.
Я звоню один у вас, а я не вижу. Я звоню еще у вас. Звонит. Снова звонит. Не берет. Еще раз звонит. Не берет. Не берет. Не берет. Третий берет. Там почему не так? Чего мужики? Чего мужи такие? Это вроде не игла выйти. У меня тоже есть выйти. Много есть такое выйти.
It looks like we're right on time. If we do not intervene, they are sure to gut each other.
Я отвечаю. Что же с телефоном? Я голосовать. Как я могу?
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead, like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Не, я вот дядька в шлеме.
Calm down and explain to me what's happening.
Вот этот.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are...
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why we have made incredible discoveries, and we...
You are beyond redemption. I won't... If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Выключать?
Да, сначала тебя, салат.
Your
Сейчас мне тут.
I hope you will forgive us for that scene, but ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable.
Before anything else, I need to know
What would you like to know?
For what reason were you
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. Virgil was always against it. For him, our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. They confirmed what he wanted. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we found new tablets, it became even worse.
Свет включили, мне тоже не видно.
Without a doubt, the handwriting is the same. There are also some patterns, some islander symbols. But what really angers Virgil is that our founder explains that he learned a lot from the islanders. He now persists in saying that these tablets are fake.
Brother Fidelis told me that several members of the expedition have
Yes, that's why he left. 3 more of our colleagues are missing. And I'm not even talking about the ones who fell ill. I must admit that I underestimated the hardships we would encounter. I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition more thoroughly. But Virgil's being
And no one has searched for those.
I wanted us to search for them, but someone later convinced me it presented too much of a risk. Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing...
By someone, I suppose you mean brother.
Indeed.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information, but you understand that I will also have to talk to them.
Of course, that's understandable. You must hear us both before...
Brother Virgil,
Can you explain to me what caused... The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugenia's folly. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but now she organized this expedition in a hurry, without taking... And now she's accepting as facts the delirious writings we...
What do you mean?
We found tablets, allegedly, but their content is so absurd that they were... I am certain that the natives must have found these stones before us.
And how would they have done that?
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler.
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went...
They did not go missing. They were killed. And let's not forget this, we can feel their presence, roaming around the camp at night.
That's strange. We have been in this region before, and the only native we met was a little insane, but would have been incapable of killing several priests.
Those savages may very well have... We will not be safe on this island.
I see. So, you haven't tried to find...
So we can die as well.
I cannot take sides in your quarrel for now. And, in any case, it is not what matters the most. Even if you think they are dead, we have to...
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, but I would not get my hopes up. You should start by searching to get there. Take the path south of here.
Рима! Я тебе звоню. Мам, я тебе звоню. Мам, я тебе звоню. Слышишь, мам, я тебе звоню. Мама! А как мне ответить? Чтобы... Мама, видишь, вперед!
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile. Most likely a Lowolan. But what was he doing alone so far from camp?
Ну, мам, пусть атакует кровь, а ты что?
Ответ.
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile. Most likely a lowoda. But what was he doing alone so far from camp?
Алло. Ну как ты так? А кухня? Давай. Я делаю лапушки, а как ты так? У меня все хорошо. Ну будем делать. Я не только лапушка.
Что ты видишь?
А я вижу тебя. Головашка вижу. Где тебя? Видела Лего?
Что?
Лего и видно?
Да.
Оставь кем?
Только эхо, я за звук слышу. Эхо.
Мама! Кути! Главные
This
башки.
poor soul was almost entirely devoured.
Башки?
He
Да.
must have been killed by swamp animals. Even so, this wound looks different from others. It looks like a knife wound.
Включи его.
Alas, anyone
Молодец.
could have stabbed this priest. Both natives and priests carry knives.
Мам, ты Вова! А я стою сейчас, кто я?
Что ты?
А я... Алиса, попробуй это. Играть. Мама, смотри. Я хочу суперзвук. Звук, пожалуйста.
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
That is unlikely. Look, my child. The wound is located at the back of the skull. I regret to say that, in my opinion, he was struck from behind with a mace.
It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
All these disguised deaths, these outrageous crimes. The natives can be violent, but they are not deceitful. I'm afraid that Brother Virgil may have found a way to take control of the expedition.
Indeed, I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation.
А у меня тоже есть. Есть стакан.
Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency.
Вот.
Weren't you supposed to?
Indeed.
Ой, точно.
I regret to say that they are indeed.
Один глаз.
What a waste.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this.
Это
These deaths are
дядя.
not
The savages.
Oh, Virgil, would you please
А я
stop
вот
taking us
кто.
Who else
Язык у меня.
someone who desperately wanted this expedition.
Fine. You unmask.
But no, the Order Luminous sent me to keep an eye to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our... But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder, literally the men, foolish you, accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it? So yes,
I understand that you might want to protect your nation.
Come now. What would you do if someone with you can't make me believe that you would not be willing to kill? But since you want to avoid using violence, help me convince Eugenia to go back to Eden. My colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded.
It is undeniable that these discoveries could cause a great upset in Teleme, but he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. On this island, Amelia should be the one to decide. Be careful with your accusations, though. Eugenia and her colleagues are on edge. We wouldn't want them to start killing each other.
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. The research will continue, and their discovery, the decision to reveal them or not will...
I see.
Папка, сюда будет лягушка у меня. Вот, аквария.
Что-то не вижу.
Alas.
Попроси папу, чтобы он планшет перевернул.
But how?
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is responsible.
What?
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, if you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened to him.
You are right. Assume once more. Alas. We will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matteus's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in... But even if Virgil is no longer a threat...
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us...
Of course, you would have to start from the excavation. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writing.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here.
Медвежонок?
Да, медвежонок. А подушки спят, а кивая воду, он просыпается. Как я. А смотри-ка, у меня тоже есть. Робот штаны. Робот. А ты один глаз.
Что-то много тут не понимаю.
Пока, ты кто у нас?
Что ты говоришь?
Я сейчас кактус буду.
Кактус?
Да. Вот кактус у меня.
Ой, точно, прикольно.
Ленька кактус, ха-ха-ха.
Я знаю, у меня кактус. Вот кактус.
Привет, кактус.
Привет. Цветочек, привет.
Привет.
У меня сейчас картошка фри будет. Вот картошка фри. Смотри, картошка фри.
Ага, сейчас.
Да. Пашка, смотри. Красиво. Пашка, там птицы. Акварию. Пашка, я акварию. Вот, видно? Отпускаю. Я в воде. Я сейчас что стану ломашкой? А ты кто? Кто ломашка?
Я включил себя.
Не я читатель ломашка. Да. Да. Я читатель. А звук, она говорила меня. А я видел, Агаче звукать, а мамашки видел.
You'd have to be insane to want to live in such a place. Even a saint would want to stay dry.
О, а давай-ка будем готовкой фри. Давай готовки фри.
Ну давай, делай, Женя, у меня сейчас руки заняты, я сейчас там научусь,
Я кактус. Вот я кактус. Бабушка, еще у меня сидит кактус. Еще один. А вот здесь сидит. Это мой булат.
Protect me in this battle.
Как?
Сейчас выключу, сейчас.
Когда сводишь, сможешь помочь?
Что?
Когда сводишь, сможешь помочь?
Схожу, сейчас закончу миссию просто.
Мам, ты тоже кактус?
Things are about to get dicey.
That's when they want to live away from the world.
Я вижу. У тебя... Пап, ты тоже как-то?
И я как? Ты как? И я как?
Да, мы вместе с тобой как-то. О, давай я просто внутри. У меня сейчас есть сделка.
И ты как?
Мам, я твою съел-ка-то вкусную. А ты мою съела. Вот, ты не съела.
А ты мою?
Нет, ты не съела. Сладко сейчас кофе, с тебя покушал. Вот ушла, есть. А ты мою скушай, я уйду. Мам, мы вместе с тобой картошку съедим. Да?
Да.
Пока. А давай станем космонавтами.
This is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them.
Я сейчас стану космонавтом.
This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matthias. Praying to Elon
Что?
Я говорю, красивый.
This mural is really ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest getting his face painted by a masked native. Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matthias is often depicted or described as
Поглотил меня туннель.
Oh, I'm so
Поглотил.
lucky to be here. In this cavern where our founder lived.
I don't know
Не
these
в
glyphs.
туннеле, а у
These
меня
spirals are
головы.
native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would
Куда ты
seriously displease the
мчишься? А у
Inquisitors.
тебя такой есть?
There are some native symbols here, and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet.
А у тебя такой есть? У тебя?
Enon mil frictimen.
Я сейчас
This is incredible. Saint Matthias would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him.
I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matthias, the founder of Teleme, finished his life worshipping. This is so incredible. Although it will cause...
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matthias lived his life in a way that's... As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Teleme.
To think these old things could
Yes.
cause civil war or long-lasting peace with the natives. It is a serious responsibility to decide what to do with them. But it isn't ours. Their saint, their decision.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
У тебя есть? Да, у тебя тоже есть. Знаешь, куда ты мчишься, да?
Ага.
У меня голову едет.
Точно.
У меня говорят. У меня говорят, останавливайся. Я буду сейчас тряской.
Давай.
Вот тряски. И печеньки. Смотри, у меня печенька есть. Печеньки любимые, не тряски, танцевают. Становится чай, лесок, а ты крикнул. Они печеньки спят, а куда печеньки спят? Танцуют, ты собака.
Did you find anything? Or do you...
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago, mostly natives, who had obviously created a...
And have you found traces of our holy founder?
С собакой. Газ! Газ!
There were also frescoes on the site.
Газ!
Frescoes? Tell me more.
He was shown having his face painted by a native.
You can't be serious. You mean to...
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Look, there are...
Chaplet. Excuse me. You must come with me. We must go and present all these... You realize, our aim so far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers.
And you think that this time they'll listen? I see.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately.
How can you even suggest
for our faith? But since you refuse to comply with
Yeah,
our orders,
please,
you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics!
Цветочек у меня есть. Вазочка. Я вазочка, смотри. Мам, смотри, вазочка. Я вазочка.
Вазочка, цветочек.
Да, цветочек. Вот, а я цветочек вырос. Цветочек вырос.
Хорошенький цветочек.
Смотри.
Что?
Брейкданс.
Брейкданс?
Ой, ты мяу.
Мяу.
А я собаки сейчас буду. Она же есть.
So?
А я буду слоном. Я слон.
It seems we are arriving. I'm afraid we demand that...
How can you...
Да! Я скажу кошкой! Гав! Гав, 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 гав! Гав!
We just Somewhat. Unfortunately, though, I have found no irrefutable.
What a shame.
No.
It's strange. I would have loved to have been there with you.
It would not have been a good idea. The area is very.
Excuse me. I should be more great. It's just disappointing. Perhaps I can convince my colleagues to organize another.
Goodbye, sister.
Я перелюбился. Я перелюбился. Иди.
Дельфинчик.
Вот звонит Бастику.
Your Excellency.
To
mock
You committed terrible crimes. Your motivations were not meaningless.
Would you admit that I was right?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I continued my research, and I discovered a cave in which Saint Mateo. There were frescoes and relics at the site, which brought back some of the objects I found.
Incredible. This is beautiful. Do you realize the impact these discoveries will have? Is you
No. I told her I hadn't found anything.
You cannot imagine how much. There were no doubt wanderings of an old man who probably but you did the right thing. I'm going to destroy these. The cave must also be eradicated.
Sister, you're right. Especially as she didn't seem totally convinced by my life.
Excellent. I am eternally grateful to you. I need your help to convince the Mother Cardinal.
You can count on me.
Я никогда не могу переводим язык. Я хочу рассказывать. Ну-ка, завис. А не могу отцу. Я хочу назвать, я не могу.
Что ты, блин, трехкомнатный.
Я хочу вот эту маму выкачать, я не знаю как.
Чего?
Я хочу выкачать маму.
Выключи.
Да как?
Вон стрелочка в левом верхнем углу, нажми ее.
Пошел.
Stop right there, Desade.
Sister Eugenia, what are you doing here? How did you...
Your lies did not deceive me. And when I saw you go to Eden, You found things in this cavern. But you didn't, so we followed you. It wasn't difficult. You've killed almost all the creatures.
Listen, what is hidden in this cave will certainly cause... If we want to prevent more people from dying,
You talk like Virgil. But what is these discoveries may be difficult to admit in Teleme.
Sorry, sister, but I've already made my decision. I gave them...
That's monstrous. Saint Matteus.
А что ты не взял какого-то просто не лез? И почему я позвонил вопрос?
Да.
Мам, еще упаковку хочу.
Stop right there.
Listen, if we...
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Be careful, my child. You need healing. May the fire engulf our enemies. Careful, Greenblood! May the fire engulf our enemies.
Вау! Яблоко! Ищи! Я тебя звоню. Телефон. Слушай, на телефон. Посиди. А ну я не знаю, почему не бьет. А я не знаю, почему. Что? Просто она плохая вообще. плохая? Что она плохая? Чем она плохая?
Давайте другую.
Я бы хотела. Я замечательно. Я уже послушала.
Перезвонит, ладно, Юля, ну просто, ну, освободиться перезвонит. Ушла. Заниматься. Нажимаю. От того, что ты ей каждую секунду звонишь, она быстрее.
Чё? Что?
Папа, ты мне!
Ну, папа, ладно.
О, вы жадные.
Нет, я гостиная. Пап, я тебя угостила.
Спасибо.
Я тебя угостила, все. Ну что тебе?
Это ты кушай. Потому он на меня просто смотрит.
А кулки не бойся. Кулки кто-нибудь будет?
We were waiting for you, Your Excellency. Brother Virgil was about to start his
First,
First,
please allow me,
Давайте.
Eminence, to our poor sister died.
Her thirst for discovery led to her death.
Давайте,
She insisted on us visiting a cave, which, alas, contained nothing but a nest of
May the Enlightened keep her in his divine blessing.
Her death, as well as that in any case, we'd stopped finding anything.
That is regrettable. Which, despite everything, gave some legit. Thank you, Brother Virgil, for this report.
Glad to hear it, Your Eminence.
Расставать надо. Ну, вот вы заедете. Доктор. Да. А сколько ты порешала работу?